Hello everyone, my name is Jim and I'm going to show you how to make a Google form. So the first thing you want to do is just go to Google, log into your Google, which you can see over there. Next to it, you see 9 dots. You're going to click on those 9 dots and then you're going to scroll down, to see where you see forms, Sometimes it's really low down, depends how much you use it. If you use it a lot like I do, you might want to bring it up top by dragging it. That makes it easier. So you put it right in the top. So Docs, Drive, Classroom, Gmail, all things that I use a lot, I always put up top. So you're going to click on Forms. And the easiest thing you're going to do is you're going to hit blank, start a new form. You want to title, your form. You can go right up here and you can just title it, practice. And usually when you put the title in, it'll pop up right here. You can put a description down below if you'd like. You don't have to. So first thing you could just go click. All right. I am a high school math teacher, so I usually do this for my students. So my first question is last name, comma, first name. All right. And over here, they kind of know that's going to be a short answer. You have a drop down. You could put short answer. If it's going to be a longer answer, a paragraph, you could use multiple choice, which I'll show you. You could do check boxes, drop down boxes, things like that, which I'll show you as well. Obviously, I'm going to keep it as a short answer. And down here, if you don't like the question, you could delete it. You can duplicate it right there. I like this button right here. It's required. I like to hit that so that they have to answer, so you know that they can't forget, to put their name. If you want to add a question, so if we want to add a question, you go over to the side, hit the plus sign where it says add question, and you can put your first question. So if you wanted to make some type of survey, it says, what is your favorite color? Okay, you want to make it multiple choice, give kids answers. You could do drop down and have a bunch of colors there. If you just did multiple choice and added, blue. Okay, all you need to do to add another option is hit return. So you hit return, option 2 pops up. Red, hit return. Orange, yellow, green, and you go so forth and so on. All right, so you have 5 choices. Okay, if you want to do something similar, you can just duplicate. If you want to hit required, you can hit required. Sorry. Alrighty, and I can duplicate so everything's are set up. You can ask, something new. What is your favorite food? And then you'd go and you could easily hit, get rid of them. Okay. If you want to put what's your second favorite color, you'd want to keep those choices. So that's the nice option about duplicate. So you put in your choices. You keep adding more questions. You can number the questions, but it doesn't really matter too much. If you wanted to number the questions. Up top, it's important that you know the settings option right here. Okay, there's a settings option. There's make it a quiz. So if you were like me, I usually make mine a quiz. As exit tickets, I'll show you some examples in a second. Responses, this is a good thing to have. If you want to collect their email addresses, you can put there. Allow response editing, so if they want to change things after, you click that on. If you only want each student to limit to one response, that's always a big one. You don't want them putting a lot of different ones. Defaults, here is collect email addresses. This one's a big one, because this will make questions required. So then you don't have to hit that button required every time. So this is the one that I always put down, and I check that one. Okay, so it's very, very easy to work. If you want to see, what the students would see, and this is a nice feature, how is it going to look when the students get it in their Google? You look up here and it says preview. So you want to be able to preview what it looks like. And this is what they're going to see. Alrighty, last name, first name, what's your favorite color? Okay, and they're going to click, orange, red, blue, so on and so forth. Alrighty, so that's a nice little feature there. Okay, so if you go back, it'll open up a window for you. So you can close that window out up here, or you can keep it open, because then you could just keep looking at it as you add questions. If you mess up, there is an undo button. Okay, redo button, which is nice. Here over here, this is how you can send it. You can make a copy of it. Okay, you can print it. If you want to share it with teachers, okay, you can add collaborators. Okay, which is a nice feature. You could put it if you work in a group or a team. Okay, and you want to send it to your other teachers that you work with. That's a nice feature. Um, also over here, okay, sorry, you could hit send. All right, and you could send it to wherever you need to, your Google Classroom or things like that. All right, I want to show you a couple that I did. Here is a course selection. I teach high school math, as I said. All right, so I have the courses that you're going to take. This is one of those drop-down menus. Okay, check boxes, so they can take more than one. All right, so they're allowed to click. All right, more than one course that they want to take when I do recommendations. So there is one form that I use. I have responses here. All right, so I can see. All right, I'm going to go fast so you can't see some of the students, but here gives me a list of the layout. All right, of my responses. Okay, it shows me the questions, each individual. I'm not going to go to that, but I do like over here. It puts it in sheets for you, which I'll show you now. I did a exit ticket. All right, here's an exit ticket that I made for my geometry class, and you can put images in if you need to. All right, so images, and now I went up in my settings for this one. I made a quiz. I made it a quiz, so I click that tab. And once you click this tab, all right, a lot of things pop up. All right, so you want to release grades if you want to, after they finish it, they can know how they did. If you want to wait, all right, and you don't want them to see, all right, you can wait. Missed questions, all right, they can see which ones. I like to not give them the correct answers until after, all right, in case they're going to share answers. Point values, they can see that. You can make each question worth a certain amount. All right, so if each one is 5, you can make it a default of 5. I usually do 1. Alrighty. Responses, okay. You can collect their email addresses, a lot of the same things, limit to 1 response, all right, things like that. So I make most of my Google Forms a quiz, all right. And if I look at responses, okay, if I go to a test, all right, if I go to a test, I'm going to go back to the questions. So this is a chapter test I made for my geometry. All right. So when you're doing a quiz, obviously you need an answer key. So when you click it, all right, you go to answer key right down here, and you have to click which one is the right answer. All right. You can click more than one. All right. But you need to click the right answer. Over here, it tells you how many points you have. Okay. And then you click done. If you don't click done, then it might not save it. All right. So that's important to know. Again, your drop-down box, multiple choice, check boxes, all right, short answer, okay, all those are right there. And then lastly, what I want to tell you is when all the students are completed, all right, you go to your responses. As you can see, I have 37 students took this, and it gives you a lot of statistics. All right, it tells you the average was 26 out of 29. It gives you the point distribution, all right, the range, okay, all good stuff, the median, so you can see how well your students did. And if you want to easily collect the grades, all right, you go view responses and sheets. When you click this, all right, it's going to organize all your data, all right, for you in a Google Sheet. All right, so for sake of privacy, I listed all these students, all right, just like this. But if you wanted to sort them, all right, right click it in Google Sheets, obviously it's something else, sort, and now you have them alphabetically, all right, by name. Okay. So it's a really great tool. I've been using it a lot since the pandemic started. And with technology now, the students really like it as well. So hopefully you learned a few things, and I'll see you on the flip side.